Alright guys, BLM here. We are back with more LA Noire. We're continuing on. I don't know what we're doing, but we're going to continue on anyway. Yeah, it's been about like, I don't know, 20 minutes since I last recorded. Had some stuff I had to do, but we're back. I guess we're going here. I guess where the fuck else is there to go?
Let me guess. You want to check out the suburban address?
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
Herschel Green. Actually, this was like what? This was only what year did Walking Dead start? I don't remember anymore. But yeah, obviously, I'm pretty sure this came out before Herschel. Actually, no, maybe not. Maybe it was the same year. Either way, it doesn't fucking matter. This has nothing to do with each other.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Well, that was kind of a weird thing. We literally just went here just to go to a fire station.
Who says we should visit Fire Station 32?
Like, why was this even here to begin with, then?
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
Okay.
We came as soon as we could.
Okay.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
Same person, right?
I
Reginald
have a theory,
Varley.
and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay,
Yay, they
Phelps.
announced Kingsman 3 is coming out in 2019.
You
So
have a
that's something.
gas supply.
I really like the first Kingsman.
You have a
Kingsman
Bunsen
2 was
burner
kind
as a
of,
pilot
yeah.
light. You have a regulator
I had
valve,
some good parts, but like for the
and
most part, I just kind of find it like
represents
okay.
the gas expanding in the room. Now the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Okay, so what are we doing here? I do remember this. I just don't remember what we're supposed to be doing. Like I remember like that there was a puzzle like this. What should we do? Like how many pieces are there? There's 4? Or oh, is it only these 3? Yeah, the other one's not even a piece. Okay. So maybe oh, we have to position it. Oh, okay. I don't know what this does. What is this? I don't know what that is.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
The gas bubble. I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know what any of this shit is. Let's just put it here and just see what happens.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
Wait, what? It's
Pull
all,
the
it's
lever
right?
on the left at the...
So that's how it's being done.
What?
Maybe. There could
I
be
got
a
that
fault with these
right.
valves.
What?
I've adjusted this one for our
How
experiment.
the fuck
but
did I
you
get
need
that
to
right?
Take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Okay. Fine. So now we're going to the InstaHeat factory.
Going straight to hell.
Can you drive to this one?
Alright.
So where do you want to go?
Okay. Let's see how this turns out.
Show?
The next fire.
Yeah, I just realized in less than a
Should go to
week.
the factory and see how many of
Less
these
than a
things
week
are
from
going
now.
bang
I
in the
realize,
night.
what, 5 days from now, right?
You know this
Survivor is going to be starting and
Guy's
Big
a
Brother
freak.
is going to be done
Loves
with.
fires.
It's kind of weird to
He's
think
the kind
about.
of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
But yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot less stuff than that I'll have to watch than beforehand. So that's something. Okay. Yeah, obviously, like, Big Brother takes up a lot of time. So once that's gone, and yeah, this will be the first time in a while that there's really no Big Brother for a few months, because obviously Big Brother Canada started in what, March? I mean, well, first there was Big Brother Celebrity in February, then right after that was Big Brother Canada, and then
LAPD
only like a couple
detectives,
weeks
man.
after Big Brother
We need to
Canada
speak to
ended.
someone in charge.
Was it a
see.
couple weeks or maybe it was a month? I don't remember, but either way,
duty
Big Brother
manager
US
for
starts
today
right
is
after
Mr.
that.
Rasick.
And now,
You should
yeah,
find him
we're
in
in
his
a,
office.
after this, we're in a, what, 5-month period around? 4 to 5 month period where no Big Brother until Celebrity 2. And then obviously the cycle begins again with Big Brother Canada and then Big Brother US. Yeah. And obviously there's going to be Survivor. But still. Less stuff to watch. Oh yeah, Australian Survivor is also nearing its end too. I mean, right now. Yeah, it's funny how like summer is like supposedly the downtime like for TV. Yeah, that's when like most of the shows that I want to watch are on. I mean, like this summer has been incredible for reality television, for like strategic game reality television, whatever. Like the type of stuff that I want to watch. I mean, okay, what are we doing? Because what you had, obviously Big Brother US, which was really great. You had Survivor New Zealand, which was pretty good. You had Survivor South Africa, which was pretty good. You have Australian Survivor that's going on right now, which is really good. To be honest, like I know a lot of people were down on this season earlier on, but I feel like this is the best Australian season so far. It could go downhill, but I actually like it more than season 2. I mean, I think season 2 is a more fun season, but like it has more fun characters and everything. But I feel like this season, like I'm just really enjoying this season of Big Brother. Australian Survivor. And again, I was an enormous fan of season 1 to begin with, and even though I mean season 1 had a pretty good pre-merge, just the post-merge just complete shit. And season 2 is like pretty consistent. I mean, it's consistently like it's consistent in the sense that it's not consistent. If that makes sense, like it's consistent in the sense that it's like it's like usually like 2 to 3 good episodes and one like kind of like episode, and like does that sort of process over and over again. So it's like it's consistent in that matter, but it's not really actually consistent. Like I mean, I could bring it up right here on my because I have the fucking charts in front, because I have my computer in front of me now. So it's like I could bring up my fucking Survivor ranking spreadsheet with the Australian Survivor. Yeah, I mean, actually it's not as inconsistent as I thought it would be, but either way. All right, wait, let's do this
So you're
first.
telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Okay. Okay.
Are these diaphragms prone
But I
to
mean, like,
failure?
looking at Australian Survivor, this is my
Tend to go
ratings
into
for
the rubber
season,
lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
season
guys' names that I've
4,
been seeing doing
or
repairs
season
over the
2,
years,
whatever, the
they're fully
reboot.
licensed
So,
and accredited.
8, 10, 7, 8,
Sure, of
8,
course
7,
they are.
7, 9, 9, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 7, 7, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8. So it's like, there's definitely dips here. I mean, like, you got episode 3, which was the Kate boot, which is just kind of meh. There's a 2-episode period of what I think that's the Sam and then the Mark boots, which are just kind of like okay. A 2-episode period 14, 15. I think those are 2 episodes before the merge, right? Yeah, like the mutiny episode, which is again like kind of like whatever, and then
You're lying, Racek.
the Audette boot, which is like whatever, and then like again pretty much the
Licensed.
entire
Desperate to cover your sales.
post-merge, with the
how are you
exception of the
gonna prove
Ziggy
that,
boot,
Detective?
I think.
Maybe
I mean,
one
not
of
the
my
entire
guys
post-merge,
will
the
roll
entire
up the phone.
post. I think this is post the Tessa boot, with the exception of the Ziggy boot being just okay. Okay, so it's probably one of these, right? Probably this.
What about Reginald Barley?
You know about Varley. He's on the run for a divorce interstate. It's not so bad.
You in the habit of hiring criminals?
Well, like this season, I mean, to be honest, this season's pretty
These guys,
inconsistent
detective.
too, but it's been
This
consistently
boom is a
good
once-in-a-lifetime
for a
opportunity.
while though. Like, I mean, like, okay, it's like this is
I
my
want you to
ratings
get
for
me a
this
copy of the
season
list of your
so
installers.
far, up to 18 episodes. So it's
Okay,
8, 8, 7,
get it for
7,
you.
6, 7. So that's definitely a dip there. Then 8, 7, 7, 7, which is like eh.
There.
And then
We're
like
about
after that, it's
done now.
8, 8, 7,
Housing
9,
business
8,
is
8,
going
10,
crazy.
and 9. So it's like recently it's been really good. These last
We are
5
not gonna rout
episodes.
that whole list.
So essentially, since the merge, I mean, this
wanna run
entire
it by
post-merge has been incredible.
Cross-reference for arsonists.
Again, the pre-merge,
See if any
it
of
was
these
like
guys have any
good,
previous.
but
Sir,
it
I
was
need
like
to use your
not
phone.
great.
Go
But
right
yeah,
ahead.
this post-merge has been fantastic. I think it's the best stretch of episodes in Australian Survivor history, really. Yeah, and then I mean, moving on to like if I'm doing Australian Survivor season 3, I mean it's 7, 7, 8, 7, 10, 7, 7, 7, 9, 7, 8, 8, 7, 7, 8, 7, 6, 7, 7, 6, 8, 6, 7, 7, 6, 8. So yeah, lower. I'm pretty sure no one gives a shit about anything I'm talking about right now, but I don't really care, to be honest. Okay, use telephone. Shit. There we go.
Operator, give me R&I.
Yeah, it's funny looking at this though. He's like, obviously, like, I have all these international versions I also
Phelps,
rated, like
1247.
UK season 2, which is the worst season of Survivor I've ever watched. It's 7, 7, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7. Which like it's very rare for me to give an episode lower than a 6. Like it would have to be like a really abysmal episode, like really like just nothing going on at all. Like I think there's very few. Actually, I don't even know if there's a single. I know there are episodes I've given a 5 out of 10 to, but I'm trying to think what they are.
Spurgeon, William, Varley, Reginald, Zurich, Stephen.
Like, but it's very, very tough for me to give an episode a 5 out of 10. There really has to be like literally nothing happening.
Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks.
Reginald Barley.
You've been a big help, young lady.
Oh, Varley. Okay, that guy though. That we were talking about. So they all have criminal records.
Their employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Racek. Desperate times indeed.
Okay, so let's look at this. These are all his employees. So what, do we interrogate him again?
What now?
Talk to the guy in charge. See what he says.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
There.
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa currently.
Oh, we're gonna
working
have
on
to
a new
interrogate
housing
all of them?
development. Hey,
Shit.
Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do. But my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
And I do have my winner rankings in front of me too, because as I talked about this earlier, how I didn't remember my winner rankings for Big Brother. Actually, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised by it, actually, looking at it. I mean, like, I put a lot of thought into this back when I made it, so it's like, I doubt it's like that inaccurate, but still. Okay, so what are we doing? We're gonna go check out these guys then?
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasic.
What the fuck? Okay. How do we get out? Oh, it's through here. Oh. Isn't it? No? Are we stuck? We're trapped? We're never getting out?
Did you read
Alright,
about
there we
the
go.
woman who stabbed her husband and then
Yeah, my Big Brother winner ranking. Again, this is ranked on dominance of their winning game. Is Derek, Andy, Hayden. Which I think Andy and Hayden could be switched, but to be honest, actually, I do think Andy is above Hayden. But then Boogie, Dan, Maggie, Adam, Drew, Nicole, June, Steve, Lisa, Will, Josh, Ian, Jordan, Marissa, Rachel, Dick, and then Morgan. Which, I mean, again, Morgan's really, I mean, is just there just to be there. Really, she shouldn't even be included, considering BBLTT was just such a different game. And like Marissa, same thing. But I mean, like, at least Celebrity Big Brother was more similar, obviously. I mean, there was really no format changes, or until the very fucking
You can
end.
drive.
So where do we go now?
Going?
Oh, I just realized. We didn't. Yeah, I forgot about that. We were actually supposed to do something, weren't we? I think we were supposed to inspect their lockers or something, right? Isn't that something we were supposed to do? Okay, what the fuck? Sounds like there's a clue here.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
And then like Big Brother Canada rankings is John, Paris, Kevin, Nick and Phil, Sarah and Jillian, which I don't think that's really ever changed. I think that's 100% solid, that list. Okay, these are the lockers, right? There we go. And then like incorporating Big Brother Canada into into regular, like mixing all the winners together. I mean, I have John around, like right below where I put Drew. To be honest, I don't know why he's below him. I would have to think about it more, because again, I know I put a lot of thought into this. Like, I know I have reasons for the positions of people, but I don't remember what those reasons are. Then yeah, like Paris is pretty low, like right above Josh. And then Kevin is like between Josh and Ian, and then Nick and Phil are below Ian, with Sarah right below them, who's at the top of like the winners that won due to a twist and everything, and then Jillian's at the bottom. Again, the problem with Jillian, it's really just the fact that she won by accident, that by something that no one could have ever predicted would have happened, in the sense that Topaz voted wrong. It's like, that's why she's at the bottom. That's why she has to be at the bottom. If it wasn't for that, if she had won legitimately, she would be pretty high. I think she would be the number 2 winner. Like right below John, but above Paris. Yeah, Big Brother Canada just has had really shit winners.
Bugs.
And to be honest, it's their own fault too. It's like, it's because they add in all these fucking twists most of the time that cause such randomness.
It's the favored choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get
I
away.
think the biggest example of that is Sarah. I mean, Sarah actively played a bad game, yet ends up winning at the end due to all these twists. It's like she literally made the wrong decision like 99% of the time. Yet she ends up at the end due to twists being able to save her over and over again. But whatever. Fine. That being said, I do think Sarah is a better player than her winner ranking suggests, though. Like, I do think in any random season of Big Brother, I do think she does better than... I just realized that I go to all... Did I go to all of them? Fuck, I don't remember anymore. What's the Insta Heat Factory for? Let's go there. Let's just see what's there. And I have my winner rankings for Survivor in front of me as well. Which... Oh, wait, fuck. We're supposed to get out. I mean, we're
You're
supposed
behind
to
the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Oh, wait, that's where we're at right now. This is the Instant Heat Factory. Which, by the way, I don't remember anymore. Did we check all the lockers? I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I really just wasn't paying attention.
Well, this day was a total waste.
I know we checked 2. Did we check the 3rd? Yeah, we didn't, did we? Or did we? Maybe we did. Yeah, I do remember this, I think. Oh, maybe we didn't.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Never mind. So I'm a fucking idiot. I've literally had to come back here twice now. There we go. Now it's all the fucking
I
things.
got work waiting.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, shadows in this game are really fucking
3
weird,
birds.
too.
Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
It doesn't really matter.
You know the way. You can drive.
Yeah, let's
do
do
you want?
Clemens. But yeah, I mean, I think, okay, this is something I did want to work out, is like where I would rank the winners of Big Brother, like depending on like the 3 people that are left, obviously. Like Tyler, again, like I think if he wins, he's pretty high up there. But there are fundamental flaws in Tyler's game. I think he's within this top group of Derek, Andy, Hayden, Boogie. I think he's within that top group because he dominated the game in the sense that he was always, there was never really a week where he was out of control, in the sense that there was never a week where something he didn't want to happen happened. I mean, you could say like the Caitlyn vote, but it's like that was like kind of thing where he was like kind of indifferent by the end of it. So, and then also he was in such a great social position. Like he's kind of like a mix of Andy and Hayden, really. In the sense that Andy again was so well positioned that he was never really going home at any point.
Detroit
and then you got associating with Hayden in the sense that he was kind of the guy that was in front of this block, like this major alliance. I think he was more in front than Hayden was. But the thing about Tyler is also is that he wasn't outwardly in front. Like he was in front. He was controlling the decisions that group made, but he was never the person that was, or at least at certain point, like the major points in the game, like the Swaggy C blindside and the Steve blindside, whatever else. And the Rachel blindside. But he didn't stay. Again, I talked about this before, how it's like the opposite of Hayden, where Hayden started off just like being part of the brigade, but like towards the end he separated himself. Instead, like with Tyler, it's like he separated himself first and then came into the group towards the end. So it's kind of a weird thing. So I do think he's definitely in that top 3, or he's definitely in that top 4. I do think he's above Boogie, if he does win.
Instead hires our
And then I think he's above Hayden.
Put everything I had into that house.
Is he above Andy? I don't think so.
She's blowing
because I think Andy had such a lock on that game by the time of the final 3, unlike Tyler here, where it's still so much up in the air. I feel like with Andy, like there's never a situation where Andy loses that final 3, no matter what happens. While it's like with Tyler, he's definitely in danger of losing any of the final 3s he could be a part of.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No, don't know the name.
Do we have proof? Obviously he's lying, but do we have proof? Should we do it? Oh.
You and Ryan are 5th columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
Okay, and then it's this one, right?
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register.
See, I do think if Tyler wins, I think he's the 3rd best
He's
winner
always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts.
on my list, I think. Now, if Casey wins, I think this is a bit more interesting. The thing about Casey is that she was the second command. She wasn't really someone who was out in charge. She never really made any major decisions throughout the entire game. All she did is stay loyal to a bigger player. However, she did make good social relationships.
And where exactly are we going?
But again, like, I don't know where I would rank her. I'm looking at this list, and I really just don't know. I mean, like... because again, I think a lot of what happened with her is by accident. I don't think she really planned out really any of the stuff that eventually ended up happening to her. I think it just so happened to work out like in her favor. So it's like, I think really if she does win, I think she's pretty low. I think she's around where I would have
He's wanted for murder.
Paris.
Take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
But the thing is, she was in the majority of the entire game, so that's the tough thing to reconcile.
You were in combat.
In 1917.
So yeah, I find it really tough to put Casey anywhere. Like when it comes to Big Brother, the Survivor winners, I feel like there's easy people there that you can compare it to. There's people like Ethan, Tina, Danny Boatwright, like these sort of people that I think she fits along with that group of people. But like with Survivor, with Big Brother, I feel like it's much harder to place her. Because it's like usually this person doesn't end up winning, and it's like second in command to the dominant player. I don't know. I think she's below Steve, right? Because I think Steve played a more
LAPD, Varley. Stop
strategically minded game. I think she's below Lisa because again, same thing. I think she's around where Lisa is though. I think she's the thing about Lisa though is that Lisa also wasn't in the majority of the entire game. So I think she's around there. I think she's around where I would have Lisa, which is 12th in the Big Brother US ranking. So I think she's around that spot. I just don't know if she's above or below her, but I do think like her and Lisa is probably the biggest comparison I can get. I really don't know where else I would put her. Way from Michigan, because the thing again, like she actively made bad moves for her own. Oh fuck off! Oh what the fuck! Okay, well that just happened. But she actively made moves against her best interests that made her. But then so did Tyler, to be honest. So I don't know, whatever. And then you got JC, who again, JC I think is a very tough one. I think JC is more comparable to Steve, though. As I was saying, the problem I have with, I guess the same thing as Steve is that Steve needed a competition win to get to the end. Same thing like JC did. I don't think JC's winning, to be honest. But I do think if JC doesn't end up getting taken to the end and ends up winning, which I don't think is happening, but if it does happen, I mean, I think he's around where Steve is, which I have at one spot above Lisa, so actually not that much higher. But I don't think he's much higher than that, though, because the problem with JC is, again, he has such a bad read on the game. I mean, like, oh, fuck off. Are you serious? Like, because he thinks he's the one that's been, like, masterminding the entire game. When really that's just not the case. Like, to be honest, it's very similar to Paris, where Paris thought she was like masterminding the entire game and then found out afterwards that she really didn't. And really, like, a lot of the things that she thought she did, it was really Johnny. And like, it just so happened that she had the same idea later, and then when people like were already convinced of that fact, like they okay, let's give this another shot. So yeah, I think that's about, again, like the worst winner we're gonna get is Casey, in my opinion, from a like level of dominance. I mean, the problem is with JC, again, like JC wasn't in the majority alliance, which I do think is a problem of his game, and that's kind of why I'm hesitant. But then again, so what? Like, I think it's very similar to Steve, because like Steve was but then again, Steve was technically in that alliance. I forget what it was called now, but he was technically in that alliance with the Oz twins and Vanessa, but he was also very clearly at the bottom of that alliance, which I think is like pretty similar to JC's spot. So I do think they're similar winners if they do win. But then, like, the thing about Steve is that I think he makes very little mistakes. Well, I do think JC has made a good amount of mistakes as well. So it's like, it's just it's tough to compare these games, really. But I do think that's around where I would put him. So yeah, I would put Tyler at 3, JC at 11, Casey at 12. So that's essentially, fuck. All right, we got him. So that's essentially my thought process right now for that.
Why did you run from us, Farley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Farley. The Detroit police have an outstanding warrant out.
Australian Survivor is going to be interesting too with the winner. To be honest, I don't think we're getting a good winner, right? I mean, I haven't really thought about this until now, but there's no one left that's really would be a great winner. Like, there's no one that would be in that top tier. Again, if Matt Rogers ended up winning this game, he would be a top tier winner, like easily a top tier winner. Like, he would actually probably be very close to the top. But he didn't, obviously. So it's like, with who's left, I'm looking at my list of like winner rankings of Survivor, which, holy shit, there are 50 of them. Like, these, obviously this is the list including the international Survivor winners, because obviously Australian Survivor is the international Survivor.
Where to?
Fuck, we gotta end the episode. Okay, we'll end the episode here. Next episode we'll continue on. For now, thanks for watching.